Yo, what
No, like facts.
I got a lot of mixed perspectives, especially because this isn't generally the type of topic I talk about on my social media platform. I'm more of a gamer. I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I do cosplay, and it's very surface thoughts. Personally, because I don't really have a group of people that I kind of bounce back ideas with. It's really just the opposite perspective as a man with my husband that I speak a lot with. And I think to have a successful conversation, you need to understand both sides, especially like what has happened to a man and what has happened to a woman. And I think this podcast in specific gave me, in a chummy way, like a voice, but also perspective on, because it is interesting to hear what you guys have to say oftentimes.
entertaining too.
It's entertaining, but it's interesting. I don't find it threatening. I think more than anything, it shines perspective on what you guys think.
Stupid.
It doesn't change my values or what I think is important at all. I think it really just puts me in the direction that now at least I know where I stand. And I hope that whatever I said, that I do believe in traditional values. I love my relationship with my husband. I think we have a great dynamic. I think he does have a leading role in a lot of the things that I feel has contributed to a lot of our success for the same reasons that I've contributed. And I think it's okay for me and him to live in this world that a lot of people debate about things like this. And we don't find that, oh, just because we want to talk about this, you should immediately be canceled. I think that's how we will grow if we talk about things like this.
W.
Do you
All
see a civilization getting worse or better with the over sexualization of women and feminism, etc.?
It negatively affects me because not that I would ever say, I'm not going to say it offends me, but a lot of times people assume because I'm from Miami that if I wear a bathing suit or go to the beach and I say I'm a content creator, it's like, oh, you must be an OF girl. I didn't even know that Miami was like one of the leading cities
It's number one
for
right
OF.
now.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And also, I'm in TV production. So you can't run away from the adult industry. You hear about it because it's like a pinnacle source of adult entertainment is Miami. So when we come back and we talk about like the reality of things, Miami in itself is almost kind of like an altered reality of what's really going on because there's such a huge majority of ladies and people in this industry that's already skewed the perspective of what people will consider to be normal. And now we're kind of recessing back and trying to see like, okay, well, let's talk about if we were to just drop a pin in another city, right? Or let's say country, like Japan's got some kinky things going on, but they're predominantly a pretty conservative country, right? So there's limitation as to what you would do in a public space or how you would act. And I think if you remember that it's okay for you to be the British bombshell that you want to be and do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting people, right? Like, do you? Would I lead that life? No. But at the same time, I can edit, work with someone in that industry, right? And not judge you for it. But will I consider that for my lifestyle? Never.
Nani.
Okay. All right. What about you? What are your thoughts or